Hello brothers and sisters of real metal. I hope so this video is gonna work better than the ones before, because like I told you, I have a new camera and I'm still trying to adjust the things. Like some of the videos are not really working out well because I'm not showing the record correctly, you know, and that sucks, of course. I hope so everything works out better like this. A little bit more far away, but at least maybe you can see better the vinyls, and that's the most important thing, no? To see the vinyls in the correct way. Okay, anyway, this video is going to be about Running Wild, and I got a big stack of stuff here by Running Wild. You see, and I'm going to show everything in chronological order, you know. You see some more stuff here. And the reason I'm making this video is because some people requested a video like this about Running Wild, you know. There are many Running Wild fans around because I think we all have a lot of respect for bands like Running Wild or Grave Digger or Rage, you know, all those bands that released so many cool records even during the 90s, when so many other bands changed style. You know, all the bands that I really like and respect from that era, for example, are Merciful Fate. They released some incredible records in the 90s. Or we also have like Virgin Steel, Manowar were cool in the 90s. And of course, this is about Running Wild, so I'm going to talk about Running Wild that released some amazing records during the 90s. But of course, they started many years before. They started in 1979 under the name of Running Wild. Before that, they were under a different name, but when they heard the song by Judas Priest, Running Wild, they changed to Running Wild. Of course, the main member of the band is Rolf. You know, we all of course know him better under Rock and Roll, because that's really the name that we all know by him. But his original name is Rolf Kasperek. Well, of course, Rock and Roll, that's the way we know him. They were from Hamburg, like I said, and in 1979 they started. And in 1981 they released their first demo, Rock to Hell. Rock from Hell, actually, sorry. And a year later, in 82, they released 2 songs on this compilation. In 83. And they got 2 songs on here, Chains and Leather and Adrian. And this came out before their first album. As you can see it like this well. Also Sido was on here, Grave Digger was here with the first 2 songs, Real Way. But it's quite a cool compilation. See? Rock from Hell. Then they released a mini LP in 1984, Victim of State Power. A cool 3-song mini LP, also on Noise Records. Okay, very cool. And then again they had some songs on a compilation, the famous Death Metal compilation. Again 2 songs, Iron Head and Bones to Ashes. You see? Also came out in 1984. And here we have Halloween with their 2 first ever songs, on vinyl, and Hellhammer with 2 tracks. This is a legendary compilation. Like this, you can see it well like this. I'm going to try to show the records like this. Then, their debut album came out, Gates to Purgatory. And this is on CD. This was the first ever album that was released on CD from Noise Records. You know, of course, Noise Records later released a lot more CDs, but this is number 1 of Noise CD 001. It's quite rare nowadays. I bought this when it was released. Of course, this was like re-released because the vinyl, of course, came out before, and then later this CD came out when the CDs became more popular. See, and there's got 2 extra tracks on here. And the tracks are Walpurgis Night and Satan. Those are the 2 extra tracks. Only on this CD. Then their second album came out, Branded and Exiled. You see? And here, of course, like in the first records, and on the first demos, and on this record, they were more like a satanic band. You know, with satanic image, satanic lyrics. Of course, later they changed that. Also, they released this compilation after the Branded and Exiled album in '85 with Halloween, Sinner, Variant, a lot of cool German metal bands, of course, and Celtic Frost from Switzerland, the German Bighorn, the speed metal band, very cool. And then, of course, like I said, they changed from the satanic image and lyrics to a pirate image and lyrics with Under Jolly Roger. And that's the album I am playing in the background right now. Then they released this live album, Ready for Boarding, again on tape. I use on cassette tape. I also bought this on CD. Some years after. Okay. Still on those records. Then they released Port Royal, one of my favorite albums by the band. You know, with Racing Fire, the instrumental Final Gate that I love, Conquistadores, very very good album from 1988. They also released this one 1 year later in '89. This is an amazing record. I mean, this record is again one of my favorite albums by the band, Death or Glory. I mean, when I listen to this record, you know, it takes me back directly to this era, because I mean, I listened to this album over and over and over again, especially during the first years of the 90s. I mean, this record was very very important to me. And they also released this Wild Animal mini LP with 4 songs. After that they released Death or Glory Tour VHS live concert, where they were playing loads of songs from that era. Very cool concert on VHS. I mean, I watched this over and over again when this came out. So this came out in 1989 it came out. But I mean, I watched it over and over again those times. Very cool. Then they released this little maxi single, Little Big Horn, with 3 songs. Also with a cool cover song by Thin Lizzy, Genocide. It's a cool song. And then they released Blazon Stone. Also, again, for many people, their best album by Running Wild. I also like it. But it's not my favorite record by them, but it's a cool record. And then the same lineup that records Blazon Stone re-recorded a lot of the early tracks for this special 10 years, the first years of piracy. It was the first 10 years of the band, and then they released this, a cool compilation. But the lineup from Blazon Stone re-recorded songs like Fight the Oppression, Prisoner of Our Time, or Soldiers of Hell, especially for this anniversary release on vinyl. After that they released again a maxi single, Lead or Goals. And after that they released The Pile of Skulls, 1992. This is a very rare on vinyl. I mean, this is nearly impossible to get. I still remember I bought this in a shop in a city in Alicante. I went by bus and I picked it up. You know, it was a 1 hour travel on the bus, but I did it quite often in the early 90s. You know, I had no driving license yet. I mean, I was 15, 16 years old. Well, of course, I went there, and then with my hard-saved money that I got from cleaning gardens, washing cars for my neighbors, and I bought this record. And more, of course, others. But I still remember this one. Then again they released the maxi single, The Privateer. See? Again with 3 songs. And they released after that the Black Hand In album. Of course, again, already during the 90s. 94. You know, when people didn't give a shit, I mean, a lot of people didn't give a shit about traditional heavy metal anymore, like I said in the beginning of the video, this band was kicking ass, you know. They were still releasing amazing records. Because 1 year later, 95, they released the Masquerade album. And this is just a killer album to me. This is very cool. It comes in a wooden box. a treasure box, real wood, no plastic, and it comes also with a treasure map. See? And of course the CD. This is a very fast album, very strong and heavy album, maybe one of the heaviest records. After that they released the Rivalry 96 on Gun Records. I also bought this on picture disc. These are cool. After that they released Victory on Digipack, again on Gun Records. It came with a sticker, a limited edition sticker inside. Brotherhood, again on Gun Records in 2002. This got 2 bonus tracks. Then they released a live album. This is a CD plus a DVD with many songs. It came out again in 2002. This was recorded on the Brotherhood tour. And I also own a bootleg of this actually. This is a bootleg. It also comes with a bonus CD that got the Death or Glory tour 89. You know, VHS tape. This is a very nice, looks like official really, but it's not. See, it looks very nicely done. See, it's very nicely done. After that they released Rogues and Vogue. And this was the last album before they split it up in 2009. This is on Gun Records. You know, Rolf was tired of everything and he thought, I'm gonna stop running wells. Then they came back with a very bad album called Shadow Maker in 2012. I mean, I never bought that record because I listened to some songs on YouTube, and to me that record is a joke, a real joke. And for me the real comeback album is this one. This album is the real comeback album by Running Wells. This came out last year and it's on double vinyl. And it also includes the CD of the records. And the vinyl is very nice, it's on blue vinyl. See? Nice labels too. And this is double. And this to me is their real comeback album. Because this sounds like 90s Running Wells when they were, when they were incredible cool. 2 more things I want to show. Is this release that came out in the late 90s. This is a 7-inch single, limited to 300 copies. It's kind of a bootleg thing. And this has 4 songs. 2 demo songs from 83 and some live tracks from 83. See? Still the satanic image. You know, you can see it on the photo. And then I also own this bootleg. Running Wells, Black Demons on Stage. You see? This is recorded in 85 on the Loreley Metal Festival. I think I also own VHS tape, but I forgot to get it out, where you can see them playing a couple of songs together with all the bands. But then it's not here, shame. Anyway, I will show you maybe that in a different video. And this is a cool live album with, of course, old songs on it, like Victim of State Power, Fight the Oppression, Mordor, one of my favorite songs by the band, or Diabolic Force, pure heavy metal. I mean, that's everything. Again, I want to say, of course, I'm sure Running Wells is not going to see this video, but everybody that don't know this band, check them out, buy their old records, because this band did a lot for heavy metal. You know, I can tell you that they did a lot for heavy metal. And yeah, and I love them. You know, I saw them live once, I think it was 99, or yeah, I think so, in the south of Spain. You know, they gave a very good concert. And you know, they always have been very good. You know, I hope so the band goes on now and release more cool records like this one. You know. Okay, I hope so you like this video. Especially Bloodlust, because he asked me more than once, make the video. Here you got the video, and stay heavy forever everybody. And thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks to everybody very much.